I'm Jordan Rayner, and this is the Word Before Work.
Today we're reading from Proverbs 12, verse 15. Here's what it says. The way of fools seems right to them, but the wise listen to advice. Again, that was Proverbs 12, verse 15. I've been the fool that this proverb mentions more than once, I'm ashamed to say. One example in particular comes to mind. A few years ago, I was running a rapidly growing tech startup, and I was planning to hire our first full-time sales rep. Like any good entrepreneur, I took the time to draft a document detailing the type of person I thought we needed for that position. And with that plan in hand, I went out and I hired someone, we'll call him Michael, who perfectly fit the job description, my plan that I had designed. The only problem was that I totally neglected to ask my existing team members what they thought about that job description. Shortly after Michael started, members of my team came to me asking why I had hired someone with Michael's experience when what we needed most was someone with an entirely different background. They were right, of course, and eventually we had to let Michael go. If I had simply asked for input on my hiring plan on the front end, I could have avoided making one of the worst mistakes of my career, one that was costly for our business and for Michael. Proverbs 24, verse 6 is truth. Quote, victory is won through many advisors, end quote. But which advisors? As you're making plans for your work, who should you trust for counsel? Let me suggest two types of people. First, wise Christians who may or may not understand your specific work. And two, wise people who understand your specific work, but may or may not be Christians. Now, that second group may sound surprising to you. So why this second group of people? Because God gives common grace and wisdom to all people, not just believers. Isaiah 28 makes this clear by saying that God instructs all workers and teaches them the, quote, right way. Now, ideally, we'd find wisdom for our planning in fellow believers, but when that's not possible, we should boldly seek out wisdom from unbelievers, knowing that in the words of John Calvin, quote, all truth is from God, end quote. Here's Solomon's words from Proverbs 11:14, where there is no guidance, a people falls, but in an abundance of counselors, there is safety. As you make plans in your work today, seek out an abundance of counselors for wisdom and for help. Today's devotional only scratches the surface of how God's word connects to our work. If you want to go deeper, sign up for my free 20-day devotional called The Word Before Work Foundations at twbwfoundations.com. These email devotionals are designed to help you gain a rich understanding of the biblical narrative of work, how exactly your work matters for eternity, and what those truths mean for how we ought to work today. Sign up right now, again, totally free at twbwfoundations.com.